Hello students, today I will be showing here the identification of functional group. Practical I will demonstrate here. So just have a look whatever I am showing you, and after that whenever school will reopen, that time you will practice it. Generally, three experiments I will be showing you. One is the detection for the COOH group, another is that detection of OH group, phenolic OH group, and then another one detection of NH2 group. Other group practical I will show in another video. So first of all, see, COOH group means it is an acidic group. All of you know this one. Okay, that means see, it will have an acidic property. So what test we can perform here? We can perform it by using a litmus paper, which will give a primary indication that whether it is an acidic or not. So, but see, if it turns blue litmus to red, it does not mean that only COOH is present. Maybe in the sample phenolic OH group is also there. Then we have to differentiate. We have to do the confirmatory test for COOH, is that the sodium bicarbonate test, okay, or sodium carbonate test. So with that solution, if you use sodium carbonate, then a brisk effervescence of carbon dioxide will be observed. Let us take here in this test tube some amount of acid, okay, means which contain the functional group COOH. So I am just taking here COOH. As this is COOH containing compound, so it will dissolve in water. So let me make it solution here. Generally, organic compound will be dissolved in the organic solvent. That you have to keep in mind, because organic compounds are covalent in nature. But acidic compounds, they can dissolve in water also, as well as the alcohol. So here you see that I have taken a little bit amount of the acid, means generally I have taken here the oxalic acid, which contains COOH, and this I have dissolved in water. Now, if we take a litmus paper, then this litmus, it will be turning into a red. See, with the help of a dropper, I am giving it here, and see, immediately it turns into a red. That means, see, the solution whatever is present, so that it may be the acidic in nature, or maybe any acidic functional group is present. So whether COOH is present or not, that can be confirmed by the next test, that is the sodium bicarbonate test. So with that acidic solution, if you give the sodium bicarbonate, what will sodium bicarbonate or sodium carbonate also, then what will happen? Immediately it will react with the metal carbonate to produce the carbon dioxide gas. That means a brisk effervescence of carbon dioxide gas will be observed. Let me take it here, sodium carbonate. Another sodium carbonate. So sodium carbonate, let me keep it here, and after that sodium carbonate I am just taking it out, and then see, this is the acidic solution I have taken, means that the sample solution is there. With that sample solution we are giving what? Sodium carbonate. See that there occurs a brisk effervescence of carbon dioxide, and this brisk effervescence of carbon dioxide prove that in that solution the compound which present that contain the functional group COOH. So that is the test for COOH. Once again I am just telling here that COOH can be tested with the help of a litmus solution. If you give in a litmus paper, then it will turn into a red, and after that, for confirmation we have to do what? Sodium carbonate or sodium bicarbonate, you have to add it, then a brisk effervescence of carbon dioxide gas will be observed. Now, the next functional group, we will be testing here the phenolic OH group. So phenolic OH group, you know that the phenolic OH group can react with the FeCl3 to form a complex compound which have a which forms a green color complex or the violet color complex. That means, see, this test that whatever you have written means you have written in your alcohol, phenol and ether chapter, that will be used to detect whether the means in a sample phenolic OH group is present or not. Another test we will be doing here, azodite test. So first test what we have to do, we have to take sample solution and then we have to add dilute ferric chloride. And if there is a formation of green or violet color occurs, then we can confirm that in the given sample there is the phenolic OH group present. So let me take sample here, the phenolic OH group sample. Okay, so phenolic OH group sample, organic sample I am taking here. This is the phenolic OH group sample. Generally, I am using here resorcinol. Resorcinol contains the phenolic OH group. So I am taking it in a test tube. And after that, as this is an organic sample, so obviously it will be dissolved in a organic compound because this is covalent in nature, and you know that covalent dissolve in covalent only. So organic solvent means ethanol I am using here, and then let me take it, and you see that it get dissolved in the organic solvent. Afterwards, we have to give here dilute ferric chloride. Dilute ferric chloride, on giving a addition of the dilute ferric chloride, if it forms a violet or green color complex, then or a green color solution, then we can infer that in that sample there is the presence of phenolic OH group. So with the help of a dropper, I am just taking it some amount of the dilute ferric chloride solution and I am adding it here. You see that it becomes the deep purple or the deep violet color. So this deep violet color formation actually confirms that in the given sample there is the phenolic OH group is present. Another test for phenolic OH group is available. Here we have to take aniline and then dilute sodium nitrite solution has to be taken in one test tube. Okay, this is aniline, black in color. You can see here, this is black in color, aniline, and aniline will be taking in a test tube. This is aniline, and then we have to use here sodium nitrate solution. Sodium nitrate solution, for that I will be taking water first. Sodium nitrite. Sodium nitrate and aniline, and obviously dilute HCl is also needed. So at first let me take here hydrochloric acid. This is sulfuric hydrochloric acid. Another beaker we will be taking. This is water, and then I am giving here dilute hydrochloric acid. This is concentrated hydrochloric acid, so it will be dilute. Now in another test tube we have to take alkaline solution of the sample. This is the phenolic OH group sample. Phenolic OH group sample, and then alkali. We have to use here alkali. This is alkali sodium hydroxide solution. Now, if we mix both this mixture here, then it will form a rose red dye. Okay, see that the red color is coming, rose red color is coming continuously here. So that is the conformation of the phenolic OH group. Conformation of phenolic OH group. So these two functional group identification video I have given here. So next day I will be giving more video. That's all. Thank you.